All right, finally. I was having some connection difficulties, but I think we are live. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Wednesday, January 3rd, 11:07 a.m., so I guess good morning would be a bit more appropriate. It is 1 degree Celsius, and I'm here at Rosedale Station. I was trying to get the stream to start off with a train rolling into the station, but nuts to that idea, I guess. If I sound a bit nasally, I am a bit stuffed up today. I see Sheena Roberts in the chat, Reeboks Pro, Jeanette Morales, Vivian Johnson, Yogi, Sandy, Jermaine B, Fatas, Firestorm, Jellybean, Jordo, John Barrientos, NASA Transit Kid, it was nice to meet you the other day. Sebastian, 4K Brian, Rodrigo, Eva's here, JK, I like to walk, Kenny the Dragon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. There we go, we got our train rolling in. All right, as soon as this train rolls out, I will pick up the camera and we'll start moving around.
Line 1, for finish. Please stand clear of the doors.
There goes the train. Just put my gloves on. And again, I apologize if I'm a bit nasally sounding. I found myself a bit stuffed up this morning, but there I am. So we're going to head up to street level. Brad Palmer's here, Han, Lisa. Oh, we've got another train rolling in. I've got my device here. So Alexa told me there might be snow this morning, but I have a feeling that's not going to be the case. Sheena asking, do I have my Kleenex? Yeah, hopefully I don't need it, but I have a couple of small mountains worth of Kleenex in my pockets. Pervase's flight is January 25th to Toronto Pearson Airport. Goodbye, train. So every once in a while, I like to skip out on posting a morning video in lieu of a live stream. And given that there will be not one, but 2 trips coming up in January, the more I do this, the more I can catch up and build a backlog of videos. That's right, I'll be going away twice this month. We are just north of downtown. There's Rosedale Station. I'm going to do my coat up just a little bit more. We're not at Bay Street yet, Lisa. Bay Street doesn't quite take as long as an entire stream to walk down, so I thought let's start from Rosedale.
TTC takes your safety very seriously. In the event of an emergency, speak to a staff member.
There's Yonge Street straight ahead. Well, let me turn the brightness up on this phone here so I can see the chat better. Gertej says, did I hear about Yonge and Eglinton? What about Yonge and Eglinton? We could cut through the park across the street. But I guess what I could do is just walk up to Davenport. Or we could even take Belmont. But this is just north of downtown, walking south down the east side of Yonge Street, but not for long. We're gonna hit Bay Street and just start walking south. And if I'm up for it, I'll make a video after this. If not, I'll just go home and curl up into a ball and blast the heat and the humidifier. I watched a movie last night that was very obviously filmed in Toronto. It was a Nicolas Cage video movie about how he kept appearing in people's dreams. It was a pretty awesome movie, actually. Lisa says, am I sick? I woke up a bit nasally, I guess you could say. Then when I got to Rosedale Station, I was having problems getting the live stream started. I was actually going to start around 10:50. But we're up. Yeah, Lisa, that movie is definitely worth seeing. I forget the name, Dream something. It was very clever. I was also chatting with a fellow YouTuber who is on a plane right now heading overseas. And it's possible I might be meeting up with them at some point. Dream scenario. There we go, Sheena. Yeah, not quite everyone is back to work. Also, it's a cold-ass weekday morning, so it's not likely to be too busy. Rainfall says that Tim Hortons soup in a can is actually quite good. Good to know. Good morning, Christine Camley. Hope you're doing well and hope you had an excellent New Year's. I posted a community post yesterday. Good one. where if you have any ideas for videos I could do, let me know in that community tab. There's already an overwhelming amount of suggestions in there. But I'll try to do a couple every month. Ironically, this month will be a bit difficult just because I'm starting to get ready to go away and load up on content, but we'll see what I can make happen. We are at Davenport, so I'm going to go right here and we'll head over to the north end of Bay Street. I did write Bay Street in the title of the video, so that is where we shall go. I'll put off doing Yonge Street for as long as possible in the new year. Bertich says, any more Q&A? Maybe we'll revisit that one in February. All the live streams are kind of impromptu Q&As in terms of the Q&A style video. Again, since I'm going away a couple of times, I won't have time to get to that, but maybe in February. K-Man is here. Greetings, K-Man and Dirk. So we're gonna go this way. Jellybean says all the friendly viewers are waiting on Bay Street. And you know what? We're not gonna go to the very north end of Bay Street. I have walked on that stretch of Davenport on this channel at least a half dozen times, but I have never walked on this part of Schollard Street. Let's take Schollard over to Bay. Big B, Convenience and Food Mart. I kind of like the way this building is shaping up. Jeanette Morales, $15. Hearty chicken soup for what ails ya? Jeanette. See if I can get the camera to flip around. Thank you, Jeanette, for the $15 to go towards a hearty chicken soup. If that will decongest my nose, that would be excellent. Thank you for the super chat, Jeanette. And I noticed this morning the channel rolled over 102,000 subscribers. Not that I'm really tracking anymore. It was just a few weeks ago we hit 100K. Old English Grooming Club. That is kind of implying you're a hipster. What a neat little business. The Noble Society? I was about to say what a cute little house, but there's plans to put a 61-story building where that cute little house is. And there is the backside of the Four Seasons. Let's cut through here. We don't need to go dodge some garbage trucks. Hello, Richard Griffith. Yeah, apparently beard oil is a thing. Vince Hunter. Thanks for joining the ranks of channel membership. By the way, channel members and Patreon supporters, I recorded a new video yesterday for you guys. So we're gonna have a early members exclusive. I might be doing 2 or 3 this month. I'm also toying with the idea of releasing them on each platform, locked to members. So I might experiment with that this month. Christine Camley, $10. Here's a little add-on for some nice hot soup to help decongest. Great live stream. Johnny, thank you, Christine Camley. I think a hot soup is definitely going to be in order for lunch today. Thank you, Christine. Although, I know Jeanette said chicken noodle, but I'm more likely to end up with pho or ramen. Especially given what city we're in, it's hot soup nonetheless. Thank you guys. Nas likes creamy potato soup with lots of pepper. I ran into you on Pape Avenue. We ran into 3 viewers, friendly viewers on Pape, in a live stream I did. And I posted a picture of my dinner on Instagram from last night. I went out for Taco Tuesday. 3 delicious tacos for $12.99. And the beer was only $7. So I had a pretty damn good meal for $20, including an adult beverage. That's almost unheard of in the city these days at a sit-down restaurant. I did link to that restaurant in the Instagram post if you're curious. But we have made it to Bay Street. So the title of the stream is no longer false advertising. Bay Street begins just a few blocks to the north of here at Davenport. Rainful. For some more soup, I hope you feel better. I'm feeling under the weather too. And try some Tim Hortons canned rice soup. That's what I'm having now. Thank you, Rainful. And K-Man, 10 euros for any fund you want. Thank you, K-Man. Thank you so much, Rainful. We're gonna check out that Tim Hortons canned soup. Maybe I'll consume some of that on a stumble stream. And thank you, K-Man, as well. And all the best of luck to your channel in 2024. See if I can flip that around. There we go. I'm using the dollar store gloves today, which apparently have touchscreen capabilities. Yeah, Pine Sol. Apparently, Union Station was such a gong show on New Year's Eve. A fight broke out that led to a significant delay. There was an alarm pulled on the train I was on, and we sat at Wellesley Station for over 20 minutes. It took me an hour to get from St. Andrew back to Yonge and Eglinton. Remy says good morning to the mods and viewers. By the way, after this live stream, I will be reinstating Nightbot. Nightbot sent me an email asking for his job back, saying he was without purpose for living. So I caved. It's about 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. It's not so bad. But we're heading south down Bay Street. There's Cumberland, the heart of Yorkville Village, is in on the right. There we go. I think the sniffles have started. There's an excellent bar straight ahead called the Pilot. And thanks to all over 400 of you for a weekday morning live stream. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. So this is Bloor Street. We're going to head down into the Bay Clover Hill area. I guess we'll be swinging past Nathan Phillips Square. And down into the financial district. I don't know if we're going to finish up around Union or if I'm going to make it all the way to the lake. There's a look. To the west. Nah, so I don't think Taco Bell really counts as restaurant quality tacos. When the meat comes out of the gun, is it even food? Not that I don't like Taco Bell, I just don't think they're even in the same class of food as what I ate last night. Good morning, Cindy. And Harjot is here. And Julie is working but lurking. Indigo, a new Earl's opened up here. Heinzel says all of a sudden you need to use the washroom at the mention of Taco Bell. All of a sudden, tragically, I need to use the facility. Oh well, maybe I can hold out. I couldn't hold out on that last daytime outdoor live stream of 2023. I ended up finding a small cafe. I might end up doing the same thing. What is Earl's? Earl's is a restaurant that's popular in the financial district. They've been expanding all over. It's definitely an after-work crowd kind of place. There's Charles Street West. I've been there a few times, but honestly, I can't remember what I had or what it's even known for. It's the kind of place you go to when it's being picked up on someone's company card. Yeah, gaming is probably a Tim Hortons close by. Yeah, I'm not going to leave my camera outside the bathroom of a Timmy's, though. Oh well, we'll just try not to think about it. Where is good to eat for low cost so we can check it out next week? I like the Economy House on Charles Street. You get some delicious Japanese okonomiyaki for cheap. But really, all the quote-unquote cheap places have been jacking up their prices, so I don't really know. My favorite pho on Yonge Street did it. Massini in Greektown raised their rates. Inkerman Street. Cindy says, where's the sun? That's a good question. It is a gray, overcast sky. Sun not found. Morning, Susan. I don't know what I could do. I could just mute the volume and turn the camera around. And that would let me use the facility without anyone seeing. .619 WWE fan is back. Greetings. Holy Choco. Is that second cup open? Maybe that will be where we go. I'll just buy like a snack or something. Hopefully they're not playing music in here. Hello. If I buy something, would I be able to use the bathroom?
Yeah, you can use it even you know.
Well, I want to get something.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just get my gloves off.
Logging?
I'm live streaming.
Live stream.
Would I be able to leave my camera behind the table?
Sure.
Just because I don't want... All right, guys, I'll be back. I don't want to take it in the bathroom. That's kind of a weird
Yeah.
thing.
Are you doing Twitch or
YouTube.
YouTube? Oh,
Can I just put this somewhere?
Yep. Maybe here.
Sure. Like that. Thank you so much. Bathroom's right over here. All right.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Can I get a sea salt chocolate chip cookie? Thank you. Sorry, guys. Do we get the sound back? I didn't realize we were muted there. We got the audio back. I missed my entire interaction. I bought a sea salt chocolate chip cookie. I did not realize I was muted, though. I apologize. But what a friendly guy. Let me use the bathroom without buying anything, but I insisted. So I've got a delicious snack waiting for me for after the stream. Let's go back over to the east side of Bay. But in my opinion, the guy over there is a goddamn hero. Uh-oh. We're being tracked. We're being hunted. Look who it is. I just made a pit stop in the second cup.
I wasn't sure where you were. I was like, oh, he's in the side of a coffee shop, but I didn't know which one.
It's a nice looking camera you got there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's quite handy. I like it quite a lot. I thought I'd do the first snipe of 2024. So
All right, we have been sniped by Ken Continues, aka the Ken Continuum,
that's right.
making a video. Yeah, I thought I'd do my first morning skip a video live stream.
It's about time, right? Yeah.
So where are you off to?
Home now, actually. Yeah, I was out and about. Just going to head home. I'm going to make a couple of pit stops and then head home.
Oh, got it. Yeah, and there's no
Saw you
plastic
were
bag
down
in
here.
hand. No plastic bag in hand. This is very
No, it's in my pocket. Yeah.
well. This is at the Ken Continuum.
So I'm glad I was able to run into you.
Yeah.
Saw you were out and about, and I was like, hey, I'm out and about too. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, Happy New Year, sir.
You too.
I
Happy
did
New
actually
Year.
get to say it to you after New Year's. I ran away.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
but
couple days late, but it's all good.
all right.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your stream.
I will.
right.
Well, I will now that I'm relieved. All right.
Okay.
See you later, Ken.
See you later.
We have a Ken Continuum sighting. He noticed that I was out while he was out recording and thought he would track me down and snipe me. That was almost unsuccessful because he was coming to this area and I had the camera behind the counter in that coffee shop. But thank you to the fine folks at Second Cup for letting me use the facility. That easily extended this stream a little bit. I was thinking, oh, we're gonna have to end it at Union Station. But maybe we'll make it all the way down to the lake now. If 619, people are always welcome to drop in on stream and say hi. I do ask that you keep it short and sweet, but a friendly hello is always welcome. Mike Landry, $5 for my cookie. Mike Landry, thank you so much for the $5. And again, sorry the audio went mute when I was in the Second Cup, but thank you, Mike. Dominic says, Johnny, over 102 subscribers. Yes, we hit 102K some point overnight. I think we gained around 1,400 on New Year's. That was my second most viewed stream ever. Thank you, Firestorm. All right, I have an idea. Maybe what I'll do, we'll take this stream down to the waterfront. And then I'll make a video from there, and I have an idea as to what video I can make. Then I will go home and curl up in a ball and lie under a blanket. JD wondering if Ken knows about the Roy Thompson Hall Abbey Road concert. Given that he's Toronto's biggest Beatle freak, probably. Morning, Eve Marie. And Marge, Sheena, Vivian. I think I saw Yogi here. All right, Yogi. Enjoy going back to work. One of our OG mods. Flashback to when you were all playing games online, fun times ahead. Went back on the Stumbles channel. Rob S., this wouldn't be the best time of year to compare downtown to how it would normally look. A weekday on the first week in January. People are still off. What are you doing, Mercedes? How hard is it to stay behind a line? There's Nando's Chicken across the street. And we have cracked 500 viewers. Thank you, guys. .35 Bay Street cleaners. Bay Street does have kind of a sterile feel to it. You get that big city vibe, but it's not as interesting as most north-south streets downtown. It's definitely a bit different once you get around Dundas. Cindy says smash the like button. Or tap it gently. Yeah, Mike, that's an idea I've floated. I don't think I will be, though. At least not until all my trips have wrapped up that I have planned. I'll be heading off to the airport in a couple of weeks. And I'll be coming back, and then I'll be turning around and heading off to the airport again. And then hopefully again in March. This is kind of not the most exciting time to be around here. There's not so much going on, and it's generally cold. There's less people out and about. Unfortunately, we've been missing any big weather events. I wonder if the ice trail is open. Let's go see, because I know the Bentway doesn't open till noon. Oh yeah, this ice trail is open. We're just going to cut through here, then I'll take Gerard back over to Bay Street. We are 43 minutes into the stream. All right, Brad, take care. Liz checking in from Waterloo. Yeah, Pinesel. I would typically do that. When I worked in a previous life, I would usually go away for 2 weeks in November. And try to do another 2-3 weeks after New Year's while it was still winter. The pandemic really kind of screwed that up, but now that I no longer have to send an email asking for time off, I just literally have to ask myself. I think there'll be less hurdles in the way of going away. But this is the Barbara Ann Scott Ice Trail. There's someone getting the hang of it. How did you get that much PTO, says Jellybean? 2 jobs ago, I had 4 weeks vacation, but we were able to buy another week off. So literally, they just reduced my salary by 1 week to get 5. And then when I moved on to another company, they made their offer for 3 weeks vacation. And I countered saying I wanted 5. And lo and behold, they matched it. So I got 5 weeks. But that job, I quit to do this full time. Ian says, Johnny, your stream is like a narcotic. As soon as I tune in, you could feel your anxiety go away. Well, I don't know if narcotic pleases me, but hearing that your anxiety went away does. I've been pleasantly surprised that my sinuses haven't been acting up. There's a look up at what is, for now, the tallest residential building in the country. That is Aura. But we're going to head over to Girard and continue our mission. Unfortunately, the Harborfront skating rink is not open this year. It wasn't open last year either. It's always fun to see people figuring things out on the ice. Yeah, Aura has had all kinds of issues. Ahmad can unhide JD's comment. I was trying to tap it with my thumb. There's the Chelsea Hotel straight ahead. Did we get freezing rain last night? I don't think so. Yeah, Julie, there's a, why is that guy going the wrong way in the bike lane? People like that need to be clotheslined. There's a roller skating rink at Union Station. I covered that in the video. How many steps do I average per day? I don't know my daily average, but I would say over 20,000. 20 to 25. I don't really have or believe in New Year's resolutions because they never stand up, but I am planning on not having a day where I go below 10,000 this year. So far we're off to a good start. I've almost already hit that. Today I easily hit that on the first and second. That was an e-bike fire on line 4. Henry, Toronto Tech and Transit, feel better soon, buddy. Drink lots of hot soup. Henry, first of all, Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you for the $25. I'm planning on having soup right after this stream, actually. It's just a matter of will it be ramen or a Vietnamese pho. But thank you so much, Henry, over at the excellent Toronto Tech and Transit YouTube channel. Thank you, Henry. There's Sick Kids Hospital. So if you're just tuning in, we're on Bay Street, making our way down to the waterfront and the lake. Hopefully I get that far. Thanks to a pit stop I was able to make at a second cup. I don't think it'll be much of an issue. And if you're new to the channel, I go live from Toronto 3 or 4 times a week. But it's pretty random when, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to be notified. I go live Sundays over on the Johnny Stumbles channel, usually at 8 p.m. EST. Although I'm not sure how that will hold up once I start going away in January. There might be some extended leaves of absence from that channel. It's always a good day for Wanda's Pie in the Sky over in Kensington Market, says Liz. We're at Elm Street. I need to do a new Elm Street video. It's been a while. Go get a steak at Barbarians. We'll save it for a special occasion. But we're gonna, ooh, CN Tower view unlocked. Look at this. Zoom in, zoom, zoom, zoom. There's the tower. More and more of these views are starting to disappear. The more giant towers go up all over the city. Henry is watching with an Earl Grey tea. I'm an Orange Pico man myself. I've decided to go from 3 sugars, 2 milks to 2 sugars in my tea and coffee. Hopefully I can take that down to 1. I also bought some Rubio's tea. And I had a cup of that last night, and it actually tasted pretty good. Apparently there's all kinds of health benefits to it. And it doesn't have caffeine. We're almost at Dundas Street. So next stop will be Nathan Phillips Square. We'll check out the skating facility there. And then we'll head through the financial district, and then it'll be through the South Core. And we'll just keep going south all the way down to the waterfront at Harbor Square Park, a place that was no doubt very busy on New Year's Eve. Although I do think I lucked into the best possible spot to take the fireworks in on my live stream. I was having a bit of a signal issue, so I had to run away from Ken and Megan. I was literally trying to run to catch a better signal, and I did. And I found this unobstructed view right on the waterfront, right in front of where they're setting off the fireworks. Yep, Eve Marie. This area was expropriated to make way for Nathan Phillips Square in Chinatown. Found itself moving over to Dundas and Spadina, and then shortly after, a second Chinatown popped up in the early 70s at Girard and Broadview, East Chinatown. This came at a time when a lot of North American cities were clearing out their Chinatowns. It was not a good time for urbanism. A lot of neighborhoods were demolished to make way for highways in a lot of American and Canadian cities. And they tended to focus on lower income and minority neighborhoods, especially in the States. Really, the 60s, the 50s and 60s were a horrible time for city building. We lost a lot of great old buildings. It had brutalist concrete slabs go up in their place. So we're heading towards City Hall, Nathan Phillips Square. We'll take a look at the ice skating there. There's the back of City Hall. How far does the path go? The path ends to the north at the Atrium on Bay, which is just north of Dundas Street. When they built Aura at College Park, there was promises of connecting a path to it, but the Chelsea Hotel stands in the way of that. I was hoping to pass through here on New Year's Eve. This is where traditionally the city has held its New Year's celebration. Usually there's a stage with a concert and a large fireworks display. But what they're doing now down at the lake makes a little more sense. I mean, the crowd dispersed a lot more. Peter Stock, long time no see. What's the temperature? I think it's about 1 degree. That is the financial district straight ahead. Unfortunately, we might run into some music problems here. You can already hear the music blasting. I might have to mute the microphone. Let's see how bad it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to mute it, but we'll go take a look at the skating. Is it normal for no snow this time of year? Somewhat normal, but usually we've had more snowfalls by now than this. I don't know if this music's gonna get picked up by copyright, but I'm just gonna block it just for a few seconds to interrupt it. Lisa loves this song. Uh-oh, if you can identify the song, that is not good for me. I'm gonna mute it again. Sorry guys, I'll bring the audio back very soon. All right, hopefully we're in the clear music-wise. So we are about to enter the financial district as we begin our descent down towards Lake Ontario. There is Old City Hall. Comic says, was there any video that launched my career? No, it was a very long, slow, and steady grind, I would say. I didn't have any videos actually blow up until well after the channel was established. There's Old City Hall. Just one sec, I'm going to put a glove back on my left hand. I had to take it off there at Nathan Phillips Square. Oh. Actually, just got a message from Action Kid. Here, let me just respond to him. Sorry, guys. Enjoy this lovely view. Uno momento, por favor. I just have to send a message to AK. There we go. Message done. Let me get my gloves back on. Whoops, we are in get out of zoom mode. There we go. I am holding up. I thought my nose would be a leaky faucet today. Old City Hall. The Eaton Center, just off to the east there. All right, Strabond, thanks for tuning in. Now it's south, down the west side of Bay from Queen Street. Oh, there's another WeWork space. I heard that company was in all sorts of trouble. Hello, We Go Places Tours. Happy New Year from Serbia. There is Richmond Street. A look to the west. Realfield says, what camera? I am using the Osmo Pocket 3. I bought 2 of these right when they came out. And I did a test live stream with it. I liked it so much that it has become my main live streaming camera. Although it is not weather protected like smartphones are, so on New Year's, I used the iPhone 15 Pro. But I was just reading that Samsung might be dropping the S24 Ultra in a couple of weeks. Normally it would come out in February. But if it is coming out in January, I will be day one purchasing that. And that will be my main phone, and I will try it out for streaming, of course. I can finally retire the S20 here. I think my iPhone 15 Pro will become a webcam and backup phone. How about that for Teenage Mutant Turtle Big City vibes? All the steam coming out of the vents. Please go for a walk in Hyde Park. This place gives you the creeps. Oh, I'm more of a urban explorer, but there will be some nature coming up. I really like to do nature walks in the winter when there's snow on the ground. My favorite is actually the Glen Stewart Ravine. I've done that the past several years, but we just haven't had enough snow to go back and make a video. The Cedarvale Ravine is another good one I like to cover. Also, we'll see more nature stuff once spring is in full effect and all the leaves are back on the trees, but now is kind of the worst time to do a nature walk. There's no snow, there's no leaves on the trees. Do I ever go to restaurants during my live streams? Not really. I'm not a fan of eating on camera. I don't like watching others eat, so I don't think I want people to watch me eat. MES is why 2 pocket 3s? Well, I do this full time. I went through 3 pocket 1s, 2 pocket 2s. You never know if something happens to one. Plus, I'll be using them in like the rain and snow. I might end up killing one. And when I go on vacation, I'll bring 2. If I lose one or one gets stolen, I won't have to worry about it. It'll be hard to get a replacement one overseas. I think it just makes sense to have 2. I'll probably end up buying a 3rd one. Sanjib asking if the S24 is good. We don't know yet, but the S24 Ultra will probably have hands down the best camera system we've ever seen in a smartphone. It is looking unbelievable right now. But we are heading down to the waterfront. King Street is just up ahead. And I used to work in this building on the right. And there used to be an awesome view of the CN Tower here that unfortunately the new Ontario Teachers Pension Plan building has mucked up. We'll take a look up at some of my old coworkers. Peter's still rocking the S20 Ultra. Yeah, if it's still working, there's probably no need at all to be upgrading that. I bought 2 of these S20 FEs back when they came out. I gave one away. I'm down to 1 now. I'm looking forward to retiring it. But truthfully, it's still a good phone. It's going to stop getting updates, unfortunately. Firestorm needs to visit Canada someday. May I recommend Summertime? Riverfield says the Osmo Pocket 3 sounds really good. I'm actually using the old DJI Mic 1 system for this. Yeah, Jennifer, I've signed up to that as well. Apparently there's going to be a big AI component to it. I guess the question is, did Samsung develop something of their own? Did they team up with Microsoft and have some open AI implementation? Hopefully it's a little something more than a glorified voice assistant, which is all Copilot really is. Johnny, please visit Barrie, Lindsay, Kitchener, and walk their main streets. Oh, they are beautiful, but after I'm done walking their main streets for 10 minutes, what else is there to see in those towns? No offense. I'm a big city explorer. I like urban built environments. You will never see me walking around suburbia saying positive things. Yeah, there's a lot of gorgeous old main streets, but we can let some other YouTube channel cover those places. I'm not going out of my way to do it. Good morning, Mark D. Yeah, Andre, there's a big physician shortage. And a lot of doctors. We always hear about the nurses being underpaid, but family doctors are also grossly underpaid when they can make more money just working in like Botox clinics and other private stuff, and just putting in the bare minimum amount of doctor hours to be a family doctor. I know a few that are doing that. They're basically part-time family doctors, even though there's an insane need for them. They just make way more money doing other stuff. And they haven't seen wage increases in a long time. So our government is really tanking the healthcare system by not treating any of the employees right or paying them properly. You know, people say boo-hoo, who feels bad for doctors for how well paid they are? Well, when they can make triple what they are here down south, or just working in like a private medical spa, can you really blame them? There's a classic view of the CN Tower with Union Station below and the Royal York Hotel on the right. Pine Sol, yeah. Sorry to hear that. I got lucky. I got my family doctor right at Yonge and Eglinton, right at the start of the pandemic. I went in there with a nasty cough. I was up all night for like a week. I had no sleep. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go see a doctor. And I looked up walk-in clinics because my family doctor at Bathurst and Eglinton just left. And I didn't know the walk-in I went to was a walk-in day for patients only of that clinic. So I went there and she was like, this is for patients only. I was like, oh. Then she asked me what was wrong. And then she started asking me some questions about my medical history. And I was like, no. And I kind of volunteered to her that I never see the doctor. And she disappeared to the back talked to the doctor there, came back and was like, hey, we have an opening. Would you like to be on our roster? So I ended up miraculously finding a family doctor at Yonge and Eglinton, right where I live. I later found out from a doctor friend that doctors like to pick and choose their roster as well. If you're someone who's not going to use their services often, they're more likely to sign you up. So what that doctor's office was doing, I don't want to give who my doctor is, was they're most likely not completely full, but saying that just so they could sort of cherry pick who their new patients would be. And I've been to that office just once since then, in the last like 3.5 years. Lisa's doctor is at Broadview and Danforth. That's quite a ways for you. And a lot of doctors now, there's so many patients without doctors, will fire their patients if you're kind of problematic to them. I didn't know they could do that until I met one who said they cleaned up their roster. People that go in with like mental health problems and just talk to them all day and annoy them when they're trying to do work. I don't know if that's right or not, but that happens. Well, we are south of Front Street, heading underneath the Gardner Expressway. And I would say we're about 10 minutes away from a very nice view of the lake. All right, William, take care. Yeah, 619. I was not aware that they had the ability to fire patients, but they do. But I think the real problem is the shortage in medical professionals and their treatment, particularly by the province, that has led to this kind of Hunger Games situation. Oh well. What do I know? I'm just a guy who walks around with a camera on a stick. This is the decrepit Gardner Expressway we're standing underneath, soon to be property of the province of Ontario. I wonder if they're going to patch this up and work on it more. Because it's falling apart. It's currently in the city's care. And it's looked after by the City of Toronto and the Metro Toronto Police. Look at this, we've got exposed rebar. I'm no engineer, but that can't be good. There's the Toronto Harbour Commission. The South Core, another tip of the CN Tower sighting. Scotiabank Arena. And I'll look north up at the financial district. We've made it to Harbor Street. So we are almost at the lake. Maybe we'll walk along the waterfront a little bit. Another view. I'm not going to catch the light looking to the north. Johnny, please sort out this snow issue. Knowing my luck, I'm going to go away and we're going to get hit with some record blizzards. And I will miss out on all the big snow event videos. One of my biggest live streams last year was during a big snowstorm just along Eglinton. And we're at 633 viewers. Thank you guys. Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of the next live stream. At this rate, probably Friday. But we'll see. If I'm feeling super energetic, maybe later tonight even. I'm torn between cuddling up into a ball and sleeping all day, or getting out and doing some more recording. Where am I going? We're going to the waterfront, Harbor Square Park. So we've done it. We've made it all the way down Bay Street. I started just south of the very north end. JD thinks I am going to Southeast Asia. Would you place a bet on that? I mean, I've only gone there every year. In 2020, I was in Bangkok right when they started shutting all the airports down. And Bangkok was actually a COVID hotspot. So I got back in February to a very different world. In 2021, I didn't make it overseas. I made it to New York City. In 2022, I made it overseas, Amsterdam and Thailand. And last year, I made it overseas. So 2021 ended my big streak of going overseas, probably 20 years worth of continually traveling. Thank you, pandemic. The Noronha disaster. On the evening of September 16, 1949, the Noronha, a Great Lakes cruise ship carrying 524 passengers, docked at Pier 9, 100 meters east of here. 119 perished in a fire. Yeah, this park was a Pokemon hotspot. JD would place a small bet, but would you place a bet that that was the next place I'm going? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do an airport live stream and we'll set up a poll. There's a Porter plane, not a jet, but a turboprop. Leia says the driving stream was amazing. I don't do those too often. And usually they're either to Niagara Falls or back from Niagara Falls. We've made it to the lake. You're welcome, 619. WWE still sounds wrong to me. It's always been WWF. Some of these people, especially with those balconies facing the lake, would have had an awesome view of the fireworks. There's the Westin. I looked at getting a room in the Westin for New Year's. They wanted like $600 and something. I was like, nah. And I looked at getting an Airbnb in one of these lake-facing units, but I couldn't find any. Jeanette says, for peanuts and water, you'll be my luggage porter and bodyguard during my travels. You have yourself a deal. Blame the animal organization that forced WWF to change to WWE. That's the thing, they both coexisted as WWF throughout the 80s and 90s, right? And there was really no issues. I don't see why they both couldn't have gone by that. It's not like people would confuse the two. Airbnb is the devil. It is. And honestly, it really ought to be completely banned. Until the housing situation improves, but we don't have a healthy housing stock. And what's funny is hotels are now super competitive with Airbnb. Price-wise, and you get the advantage of like a front desk, superior customer service. Don't like your room, they can change it. I have gone all hotels on my future trips. I last stayed at an Airbnb in Saigon in Vietnam. Kind of like how Ubers and Lyfts are priced more like traditional taxis now. They pulled everyone in. Jelly Bean says, tiny plane. I think the spirit of Airbnb is okay. You have a spare room. Okay. You're going out of town for a few weeks. You want to make some money off your property. Okay. But sadly, it's basically a hotel service now. One that has gutted our housing supply. Josh says, happy 2024. Happy New Year to you, Josh. Oh, it is windy down by the lake. I can feel my nose starting to want to run. Maybe we'll head over to HTO Park West with a fake beach. That'll be a good place to wrap this video up and start my next one. I think that just might be my plan. I'll eat that cookie after the live stream. There's a cool like Death Star type thing to the left there, but we're gonna skip that. How cold is it today? It's about -1, but with the wind chill, especially by the lake, definitely feels a bit colder. Alessio, Happy New Year to you. There's the Water Club towers. Those used to be some of the tallest towers down by the waterfront. How many layers do I wear? I have a long sleeve t-shirt, a pretty thick sweater, and my coat. Generally 3 layers, sometimes 4. You'll see those people wearing like a Canada Goose jacket with a t-shirt underneath. I can't do that. Either way too hot or way too cold. So we are almost at Queens Quay. There's Love Park, one of the best additions to the city in 2023. It was great to see that open up and give the South Core some much needed life. Should we do it? Should we mosey around the harbor front? Why not? We'll go by where there used to be outdoor skating rinks at this time of year. They held them in 2 different spots. Mike Landry says Action Kid is on his way to Taiwan. I took a little break while streaming to shoot him a few text messages, actually. He is up in the air. He had to use a VPN to be able to access YouTube. I remember when I was going to try to live stream from Air Canada, I was in the signature class at the front, but the connection wasn't quite good enough. Please do a ferry ride to the islands, or I will promptly lose connection. You can't stream very well from the islands. I don't know yet in terms of a group meetup. If I do something like that, I'd get Ken involved. Henry, if you're there, we'd get you involved. Welcome to a Dead to the World. Harborfront. Jennifer Gala, no. I will rule out. I'm not going to Taiwan. I last went there in 2019, and I made a few videos from Taiwan. including the first time I ever did like a face reveal. Oh, look at this. They've got it fenced off here. Do not enter. You don't want people getting too close. Yeah, there was a giant rubber duck this year, actually. There's the Kahama. I think they're open, Carlos. I think they're year-round. Their patios aren't. But just here on the right, 2 years ago they had an ice rink. It's really sad to see this area this year without the skating rink. They've had it in two spots before. They've had it one right where this blue fence is, and they've also had it inside the little amphitheater area. I think that tall ship will be docked there for the day, or for the winter rather. I've never actually been on that one. No skating this year, folks. Sadly. So they can build this big empty space. And they've held or had a skating rink underneath here before. They rip out the seats. Maybe the surrounding construction was why they couldn't hold it here this year. Action Kid says, watching from up in an airplane using a VPN to get around their YouTube block. Action Kid on his way to a land far away. I hope to be doing the same thing you are very soon, Action Kid. It would be pretty awesome if we were able to link up. Hi, Mark D. You want to be on stream?
I'm Mark D.
Yeah, I met you at the Cine. It is Mark D. We have been stream sniped.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Cold out
Yeah, it is. Just out for a walk by the waterfront.
today.
Cool.
Take care.
Yeah. All right. Nice to meet you. Enjoy your walk. We were sniped by Mark D. Very friendly. I met her once on opening day at the CNE. This place in the summertime is just buzzing with life. It's pretty awesome. It's understandable on a weekday, early afternoon. In the first week of January, it's going to be pretty empty. Like I said, we're going to head over to HTO Park West. And I think that'll be the starting point for a walking video I'm going to record. So I'm laying on all the steps at once today. And I'll go home, we'll take a nice warm caution. Can't keep me off of here. And then we'll go home and take a nice warm shower. Could I go back up Bay Street to Rosedale? No. I don't know if you're trolling me with that or not, but we've been streaming for an hour and 2 minutes. I am most certainly not doing that. We are going to HTO Park West, though. Yeah, check out Action Kid's awesome channel to see his adventures in the Far East. Like I said, I hope that we can join up at some point on that trip. I'm not saying I'm going over there, but maybe. There's the Amsterdam Brew House. That's an awesome place during the summer. Got an awesome patio. They have a lot of beers off menu. Always ask for what all of their off-menu offerings are if you're there. You might be pleasantly surprised. I don't know if my chat's broken, but I haven't seen a chat in a while. Oh, there we go. Nope. All right. I see my own chat. Have I been blocked from my own chat? I literally don't see the chat moving. I apologize, guys. Let me see what's going on my iPhone here. Oh, there we go. Sorry, the chat froze on my other phone.
And then my hand.
There we go. This is much better. Sheena says refresh. Rocking the 15 Pro now. Eve Marie, I don't know what your hate on is for Toronto. We are in what is, in my opinion, easily the best city, and not just the province, but the country. I really wouldn't want to be walking anywhere else. Small towns might be your thing, but they're not mine. And 40 minutes from here, what is better 40 minutes from here? No offense to anyone out in suburbia, but no, I do not want to go to a car-dependent place. I very much like my city. There's one of the reasons why. The 510 Spadina streetcar. I think we should stick to Young Dundas Square. What's the point in changing the name? Or just Dundas Square. But we're at HTO Park. Chris Mill says Keswick, of course. Yeah, I'm a city or nature person. The in-between is a whole lot of yuck, usually. I think we should be able to live in places where we don't need a car. That should be optional. You should be able to walk everywhere and have all the services you need. When I had a house out in Milton, nothing was more depressing than like driving 10 minutes down the street to get groceries, then driving to a different part of the same strip mall to pick up other stuff, then driving home. It all just felt so miserable. There's the CN Tower. What was your favorite park or nature area in Toronto? Ooh, Tommy Thompson Park, I think, takes the cake. Yeah, to each their own. But if you insult the city, I'll stick up for it. There's a reason why it's my favorite city. But we are at HTO Park West. That's another good reason, Pine Sol. But we are here, and I believe this will be the end of the stream. Sheena, this isn't Sugar Beach, this is HTO Park West. Very similar though. Very true, 619 WWE fan. This stream made it 108 minutes. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks to those who sent support. Thank you to our channel members and Patreon supporters. Big thanks to you guys. Huge thanks to the mods for keeping the chat running smoothly. As a plane gets set to take off. I'm gonna eat a cookie now and sit down, possibly clear my nostrils out and embark on a walk that will take me to the west of here. You're welcome, Alessio, Chris Mills, and everyone else. I will be premiering a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST on the channel, as I should be Friday as well. I'll probably go live Friday afternoon, evening, or night, sometime Friday, and maybe again on the weekend. Probably not tomorrow, eh? But who knows, maybe. But thank you so much, guys. Stay warm, stay safe. And as always, I will continue. Or will I? Maybe that's not even my saying. Maybe I stole that from someone else. All right, guys, thank you so much. And by the way, huge thanks to Robert Armstrong. He sent a super chat just as I ended last stream. Robert, if you're there, thank you for that. All right, thank you, Vivian, our CEO. Have a good night, guys. Yoink.